everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amari J, and I'm so excited because I'm bringing you guys along on my first week back at school, back in classes, back in nursing school. This is my third semester, so I'm actually going to make it my goal this year to be more consistent, like always, with my channel. So let's go ahead and get right into it. You saw a little bit of a montage of me getting to this point, up to this point. I usually try to hold myself, like, I am my worst critic. My goal was to get up at 7 a.m. today. I ended up sleeping until 8. I wanted to start my school day at 9, and it is now 9, and I'm still at home. So I was going to cook myself some big aesthetic breakfast, but the way that time's looking, I just went ahead and made myself a little bowl of oatmeal, and we're just going to eat that this morning because time, you know? And technically, like, I'm in really no rush because I'm, like, only on my own time, but I just want to be able to get myself into that routine, get myself together. I also wanted to start, like, trying to go to the gym this semester. So my girlfriend has a plan that she can bring a guest with her every time she goes. So I decided to just use that because I'm not gonna be able to hold myself to, like, getting up and going to the gym by myself. So we're gonna make it a goal this week to at least get to the gym once early in the morning around 5 a.m. That's the goal. Obviously didn't do it this morning, but once this week, I want to make it a goal that we get up and go to the gym early before, like, the day starts. So yeah, that's my goal. Basically, what I have here for breakfast, I have myself a little bowl of oatmeal. I like to add cinnamon and honey and chia seeds into it. Sometimes I add peanut butter, sometimes I don't, depending on my mood. Also have me a glass of green juice. And then over here, I started packing myself a lunch for the day. It's just a pre-made salad and applesauce, and I'm going to add some of these wheat thin crackers into there. This is just for me to be able to have something to eat while I'm on campus, instead of spending money to buy food that I don't really need. So yeah, that's where we're at. Alright, so I'm in my car now. I'm on my way to go to campus because I'm trying to be productive and, like, keep myself, like I said earlier, on the schedule. I honestly feel kind of crappy today. Like, I don't feel like I look my best. I don't feel my best. I'm also, like, internally beating myself up because it's like 10 o'clock and I wanted to be on campus an hour ago, but it's okay. It is what it is. I'm actually gonna stop and get myself some Starbucks because I can't go through the day without coffee, and I have a lot of gift cards from the holidays that I want to use, so I'm gonna stop by Starbucks and get myself a treat, a coffee, to get my day started because I don't know how I'm gonna function. So yeah, you guys should comment down below what y'all's Starbucks order is. I kind of, like, switch depending on my mood, but usually it's always, like, the vanilla cream cold brew because I need the most caffeine I can get. But yeah, so we'll see what I'm feeling when I get there.
Oh?
Do you guys have hazelnut?
No, unfortunately not at the moment.
Okay, well then just as is then. It's fine.
So as is?
Yeah.
For the it's the grande size, correct?
Yes.
Alright, anything else for you?
That's it.
Alright, awesome. We'll see you here for 474. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just got the vanilla sweet cream fold foam or some shit. I wanted to add, like, a hazelnutty flavor, but they didn't have hazelnut, so we just gonna go with what we got, you know. Sucks to suck. I need to pull up this gift card. Hi.
If I could just have the little barcode that's there. Awesome. I may need to see it again. Oh, JK.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Of course, have a nice day.
You too. So yeah, that's it. Also, pro tip, if you got more than one Starbucks in your city or, like, your college town, go to the one that's not by the college because this one literally takes me 3 seconds and the one by the school takes me 45 minutes. So yeah, it's worth the extra drive. But I live over here now, so it's really not an extra drive anymore. But before, I would still come all the way over here because it saves so much time, even including the drive. This is good. Also, I got my clinical schedule today. Yay. I mean, I already knew what day of the week it was on. It's on Saturdays this semester, which is gross. I really hate having my clinical on Saturdays. I would prefer any other day. And here's my reasoning. Friday nights you can't go out and do anything because you have clinical Saturday morning. Nobody wants to do anything Saturday nights, and especially me, because I'm gonna be tired and like feel like drained, you know. So that sucks. But I got like my specific days, and I literally go straight through the whole semester, no break till after spring break, which sucks. Previously, like with other semesters, I had like 3 weeks on clinical, 1 week off, 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and like I really appreciated those breaks in between. But I guess there's pros and cons to both. You finish sooner than some groups do because you start sooner. So there's pros and cons to both. Also, I guess I'll give you guys a little breakdown of my schedule this semester. So my only class days are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays are lab, Wednesdays are lecture, and our labs are anywhere from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So basically they have us block off our entire day dedicated to lab, because you just never know what time you're gonna get out. So like today, Monday, I have absolutely nothing scheduled, but I do have 2 online classes at UCF, and those, like Mondays and probably like Fridays are going to be the days that I work on those classes, because they're very paper research heavy, so they are going to take a lot of time out of my week. And there's 2 of them. So Mondays is going to be dedicated to that. Tuesdays obviously is going to be a lab day, so I'm going to be in class all day. Wednesday, half the day is lecture, so till noon. After that, I'll probably study, do some more stuff for my my nursing class, get ahead on things, stuff like that. Also Tuesdays I'll probably study too, depending on what time I get out of lab. Thursdays I plan on working. So at my new job I only have to work bi-weekly. I don't have to work every single week. I choose when I work. My plan is to work every week until I have an exam, and not work the week before my exams to have that extra day to study. So right now I work pretty consistently bi-weekly until like things get a little different. So I don't work this Thursday, which means I do have that extra day, which means that extra day is going to either be spent doing my UCF class, studying to get ahead, which most likely that will happen because it's week 1 and we have our first exam in like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, something very soon. So definitely going to start getting ahead on my material, reviewing last semester's material, because my goal is to like really do well this semester. Not just pass, but do well. Then Fridays, once again, is going to be kind of a free day, not much going on. I'll probably use that day to either edit content, stuff like that. Once again, study. A lot of extra time to study. And then, of course, as I said, Saturday is going to be clinical day. And Sunday, my plan is to do absolutely nothing, because there's too many days in the week where I'm going, and I just need that one day to be with myself. Not to say there may be some Sundays that, you know, I might study a little bit if I have an exam that week, but if there's nothing like exam wise going on, I'm probably gonna like do nothing, because I just need that one day to do nothing. My plan for YouTube is to do bi-weekly weeks in my life. I'm gonna try that out, just so that way I'm not like committing to like doing it every single week, every single day, or anything like that. But I think bi-weekly may work, and I'll have a set day where I can actually upload and edit. So I really want to try that out this semester. And also in the weeks that I don't vlog, I want to do TikToks, so follow me on TikTok. And yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking of planning out my life. So you guys stay tuned. My plan is probably going to be to upload every other Friday or every other Sunday, one of the 2. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on some music on my AC, because it's getting hot in here, and I will see y'all when I get to campus. Paperwork printed out, and so I'm sitting here. It's very quiet, there's like no one in here, but right now I'm just going through my different folders that I need this week, different content I'm going to be doing this week, and I'm putting them in the folders in Goodnotes, kind of just organizing, since everything I do now is virtual and I don't have paper binders. So that's just what I'm going to be doing for the next couple hours. Alright, so I'm back now in my car. It's 4:15. I got done successfully everything I at least wanted to get done today. And yeah, so I'm getting ready to go home. Yeah, I'm ready to go home. I haven't decided if I'm gonna eat like now, like at home around like 5:30, 6, or eat later on tonight. I don't know why that's like such a hard thing for me to decide right now, but it is. But yeah, I'm about to go home and we'll see how the evening goes. If not, I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow. Hello guys, good morning. It is now Tuesday. I'm on campus today all day. We're doing our lab, our first lab of the semester. So we're here like bright and early. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm tired. I've definitely had a rough morning. I had like a big anxiety attack because I thought I lost my ID badge, but turns out I just left it in my car instead of where I usually leave it. So that worked out. Now I'm just chilling in my car. We're not really supposed to start till 8, and I'm drinking my matcha. Got some matcha from Starbucks. I'm not really a big fan of their coffee. I'm more of a Dunkin' coffee person, so I like their matcha a little bit better. Hopefully this gives me the caffeine I need. Probably won't, so I probably should have got coffee, but just wasn't in a coffee mood. So yeah, I'm going to go inside. I'll try to vlog things on my phone if possible. If not, I'll see y'all back here when I have lunch. Alright, I am back. Wow, if you guys cannot tell, I am in a better mood than I was this morning, which is great. Today was a good day. It was pretty longish, but not really. It's 2 o'clock now. We just got out of class or lab. We did a lot today. So we started out with like a mini lecture / review over electrolytes, and then we split up into groups, and my group went up to the lab and we learned about how to we did insertion of an NG tube. We did we did NG tubes. We did I can't remember what we did now. Okay, so we did NG tubes. We inserted NG tubes through the, like, you know, that whole thing. And then we did trach suctioning. So people who have a trach down in their throat, we did like practice trach suctioning and trach care and stomach care. And then we had a lunch break for an hour. And then we also came back and we did central line dressing changes. So basically how to change a central line dressing and how you have to be sterile and all the different kinds of central lines there are. So that's what we did today. It's a lot. We do have a check off this semester, so throwback to first semester with all the PTSD. So we do have a check off, but that will be about in a month, and we'll have to check off on central line dressing changes so they like can make sure that we know how to do that. So that's a little bit of anxiety, but you know, it's okay. And then our last semester of the program, we do a check off where it's random, and we get we pick between NG tube insertion, trach suctioning, and what's the last one? Don't quote me. I know it has to do, I know it's not the IV. We don't have a check off on IVs. Pretty sure it is blood drawing. I don't know like the fancy word for that, but yeah. So that's it for like now. I have a little clip of me and Alexis in lab that I'll add in because it was kind of funny. And then yeah, I'm about to go to Walmart real quick because I want to cook dinner tonight and we need a few more ingredients in order to do so. So I'm gonna go to Walmart and then I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna change my clothes, and then I'm gonna go find somewhere to do a little bit of school or studying, I guess, until about 6 o'clock, and then I'm gonna come back home. So a really jam-packed day, but you know, this is what it is. I'm really fighting the urge to take a nap right now. But yeah, I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, so I am now home. It's, what time is it? It's 4:15, and I decided I'm gonna sit here and do some school until 6. And then at 6 my day is done as far as like school goes. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. I think for one, I'm going to look through one of our PowerPoints we have and compare it to the meds that I have from last semester, and just basically figure out what meds I need to be like working on, looking at for this first exam. I'm also going to be kind of cleaning up some of the notes I took today, just doing different housekeeping school stuff. I don't know, nothing like too crazy, nothing like too in-depth, but we do have our first lecture tomorrow morning, so I might watch a couple videos to kind of get myself familiar with the topics we're going to be going over. But yeah, so this semester is kind of showing me, making me realize that there's always something to do. Like, I don't know why, like the past couple semesters, the first week of school, I just like don't do anything and act like I'm still on vacation, but really in reality I'm not. And I feel like I'm learning that every week counts, especially in nursing school, because that's every week, every day, every week, every hour you have, you could be doing something to better yourself. And there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm really starting to learn that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do some schoolwork, and I will see you guys in a little when I'm done.
The video.
It's now the end of the day, and I'm done studying, and Carol's home, and she just started paramedical school today. Isn't that so exciting? Tell them one thing you learned.
One thing I learned is that I'm gonna be stressed as fuck.
Okay, so
No, we literally didn't learn anything. It's just orientation. Like, there's nothing to learn today.
but yeah, it was so exciting. So I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna go, after we walk, we're gonna cook and then go to bed. So that's that.
No, I gotta study.
See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday. Did not make my successful goal of going to the gym this morning. I don't know why it is so hard for me to get up early. I just need to do it, you know. But right now I'm making myself a quick breakfast. So I have an egg going, I have my avocado ready, and I have a piece of toast. And I'm actually going to top it off this time with a little bit of feta cheese, and a tomato, and everything but the bagel seasoning. I think that's going to be really good. So yeah, right now I'm actually waiting because my class is getting ready to start. So we are on Zoom. Our class went back to Zoom. Which honestly, I'm a lover of Zoom classes. Like, I have no problem with Zoom classes. It means I don't have to get out of my bed. I don't have to go anywhere. Like, that's one extra day that I can just stay in my house, you know? So I really have no problem with doing Zoom class. I'm sorry. Excuse my appearance. I look really crazy today. Really crazy in general, but especially right now. But yeah. So I'm going to finish cooking my breakfast, make some coffee and all that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so this is the finished breakfast. You know what I think would really pop this off? It'd be some arugula, but we don't have that. So this is what we're going with. Looks delicious. And I have my cup of green juice, and I'm about to go sit in front of this laptop and listen to my lecture. Yeah, when they give us like a break at some point, I'm gonna come make myself some coffee because I can't function without it. Okay, so it is now later in the day. It is like 2:30, or actually let me check because I might be moving the time forward. It is 2 o'clock, and I am now fully dressed, showered. I put a little bit of makeup on to make myself feel good. I ate a little bit of lunch, and now I'm getting ready to go over to Panera Bread to just do some more school for a few more hours. Probably will be there until about 5, and then come home. And then yeah, but I'm gonna get ready to go to Panera Bread and do a little bit of schoolwork. Hello, I'm back. It is now like 5:30, and I'm back from Panera Bread. I was there for like 3 hours. I realized that maybe part of my downfall from last semester was that I waited too long to start studying or consolidating my like notes and my material. I would literally wait till the week before an exam, and that's when I would start like putting my full energy into everything. And I think maybe that was part of my downfall. So I'm gonna be trying to like start earlier. That's why I'm like doing like a bunch of extra stuff this week. Like last semester on the first week of school, I would not have been in a Panera Bread doing anything. I would have just probably been watching Netflix. But you know, I decided to make my school day kind of like a 9 to 5, and my day's not done until 5 p.m. or 6, depending on the day. And then that way I have the whole evening to do whatever I please. So yeah, when I was at Panera Bread, I did some protocol practice. If you're in nursing school, you know. If you know, you know. But I did some protocol practice because that was something from last semester that still really confused me, and I would always get wrong on my exams. And that's just like points that I could be getting instead of losing. So I decided to review that, and I think I'm happy I did, because I think I understand it more now. So hopefully I don't miss those questions going forward. And then I also consolidated my notes from lecture this morning, which is basically over diabetes. And we learned about diabetes last semester, however they went a little bit farther into diabetes, specifically hyperglycemia and the complications that you can get from that. So I just basically, like I said, made that material into like notes on Goodnotes. And that's pretty much all I did with my time today. Tomorrow I don't have class, I don't have work, I don't have anything. Usually I'll work on Thursdays, but this week I decided not to work because it is the first week of school, so I wanted to give myself that break. So tomorrow will just be treated like another 9 to 5. I'll get up, go study, or figure out what I'm going to do, to either review old material or keep making like my notes for the first exam. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. But now I'm getting ready to change my clothes, get comfortable, and I have my therapy appointment. So yeah, I do go to therapy once a week. It's virtual though, so I don't like go anywhere specific. I don't know, I like it virtual more for some reason than I thought I would. But yeah, so yeah, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But that's what I'm getting ready to do. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the morning. It's now Thursday, and I'm coming to you as a bonnet queen. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't gonna actually record today, because I ended up like really doing nothing. But you know what, we're trying to be realistic, and this is as realistic as it gets for you. So it's currently 3 o'clock, and I'm just now getting the drive or like whatever to like do something, I guess, because I've been in bed literally all day. Excuse my background, recently moved, so there's still stuff all over the place. But yeah, I'm sitting on the couch eating a bag of popcorn. But I guess I'll take this time to show you a little bit of my Goodnotes setup and how I like organizing like my school work and stuff. I guess I'll do that. So this is what my Goodnotes looks like when you open it up at the very like outer page. So I have semester 3, which is my current semester. I have my therapy folder, timesheets folder, planner, and semester 2, which is last semester. Planner is just kind of like a digital version of like what I do, like to-do list kind of thing. I have like a to-do list template in here that I got off Etsy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really consistent with using this. I tried to like get into it last semester, but I quickly like didn't use it. So we'll see if I get back into that. The next folder is my timesheets, which is for work, so we have to like submit our timesheets, so I just have that. My therapy folder is for any like documents or papers or handouts that my therapist sends me. I just keep them all in a folder, so that way they're in like an easy accessible place for me. And then lastly, these are like my school folders. So this was last semester. You see in here I have a notebook for mental health, a notebook for practice questions I would do, a notebook for med-surg, and then my clinical papers. I had concept maps because I used those a lot last semester, and then all of my PowerPoints for the semester. But as you see, if you go into my semester 3, I have it organized a little bit differently. So in my semester 3 folder, I'm only taking 1 nursing class. I'm technically taking 3 classes right now. 2 of them are online, and they are mostly like writing papers. That's going to be public health and dimensions of nursing. And then my only in-person nursing class is AMS, or advanced med-surg. So I have it separated into lecture and lab folder. So in my lab folder, I have lab week 1. Because we don't go to lab every single week, I'm just gonna like create a lab folder for every week I do go, and that will be like lab week 2 the next time I go. Like next week I don't have lab, like how I did this week. So lab week 1 was this week, and it basically just has in here the different forms that we used during lab, the different PowerPoints we had for lab and stuff like that. So since I worked on my med comp yesterday, I have that in here. I have the PowerPoint for our cardiac meds. I have my electrolyte notes that I took for the lecture we had in lab. They just lectured on all the different electrolytes that we have to like know and all of that stuff that we're going to be tested over. And then I have more electrolyte notes, and then my NG tube notes and like what is an NG tube, what is it used for, and that kind of stuff. Then in my AMS lecture we have currently, I'm going to be separating this folder up by exam. So the way that my professors open up our content is exam based, so all of the exam 1 content's open. Therefore I have all of my exam 1 content. All my PowerPoints for exam 1 are in here. The content that we went over yesterday was diabetes, so I have my diabetes PowerPoint that I wrote on, and basically what I do from here is I take the PowerPoint that I took notes on and I put it in my exam 1 notebook, and so I basically transform that into notes. Notes in a way that I understand it. So since we learned about diabetes last semester, I took a screenshot of the notes I made last semester on diabetes and put it at the top just to review that, because that's going to be still taught upon. And then I went ahead and started on the new material that we learned yesterday, and I went ahead and put this into notes, my notes, just like that. And I stopped at DKA, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my DKA notes and get diabetes finished today, and then after that I'll go into something else that's going to be on exam 1. But basically by the end of this I'll have all of my exam 1 content in the exam 1 notebook, and that way I'll be able to read through this almost like a book every day before my exam and kind of have like a cheat sheet or notes that way. And I also take a lot of open note practice tests and stuff like that before my exam, and I use this as like my guide. So that's kind of how I've been studying for exams, and that's how it started to work out for me the best at the end of last semester. So that's what I'm doing going into this new one as well. So I hope that brief explanation kind of made sense. If you guys have more questions about that, please leave them down below. I can make a more in-depth video about it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of hours. And if anything interesting happens, I will let you know. But my camera battery is dying, so I'm going to go ahead and end this clip. Hello everyone, so it is now Friday and I have not filmed all day long. It is, what time? 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock, and I haven't done anything. Well, today actually I did things, but so basically I got my hair done today, so now it is straight and it's looking great, feeling great. Today, you know? Her car broke down today. All good things. We actually are leaving IKEA right now. We go to IKEA probably like 2 or 3 times a month, like literally. So we're leaving IKEA. Yeah, we do. And today we actually got ourselves a dining room table finally. So that's nice. I'm happy stuff's coming together slowly. And yeah, I watched a lot of Netflix today. We're actually gonna go ahead and go get some dinner tonight. We're gonna go get some Mexican food. It's just the vibe, you know, it's what I'm feeling. Usually the only thing we ever eat is Mexican food or hot pot. It's like our go-to dinner when we eat out. So yeah, I will show you guys what we get when we get to the Mexican restaurant, and yeah, eat. I'm kind of hungry, very hungry. Good morning everyone. I'm sorry the video quality has gotten progressively worse. It's because my camera died and I never charged it, so I've been using my phone now. But it is now Saturday. Dinner last night was really good, so we definitely found like our new favorite like go-to Mexican restaurant. But yeah, it's Saturday. It is currently 5:40, almost 6 a.m. I'm getting ready to go to clinical. I actually feel pretty rejuvenated, pretty rested, but I do have me a Celsius. Yeah, so I feel like I want to try these out on my days I have clinical and work instead of drinking coffee, because I feel like coffee does it for me, but it just takes too long to make, and just to go in my fridge and grab a Celsius is just so much easier. But yeah, so I'm gonna go drive to clinical. Obviously I can't take you into clinical with me, like I can't really show you anything, but I'll come back after the day is over and tell you kind of like what I thought and like how I think the semester's gonna go. So yeah, I'll see you guys towards the end of my day. Hello everyone. So it is now many hours later. It is 4:45 I believe, and I'm now done with clinical, done with my first clinical of the semester. So yeah, today went really well. I like my clinical instructor. She seems like really funny and cool. I think it'll be a good semester with her. I like the unit I'm on. It's a cardio PCU unit, so not exactly as acute as an ICU floor, but not as non-acute, I guess, as a med-surg floor, so it's right there in the middle. We actually get an opportunity to go to the ICU this semester for a day, so that's interesting. That'll be something I'll be able to experience and see if that's something that I'd be interested in the future. But yeah, it was nice. We also get to do med passes as well again this semester. Yeah, I saw a lot of interesting things with the heart. I know I remember back to like anatomy and physiology, the heart was one of my like favorite things to learn about. The cardio, or I can't think right now, cardiovascular system? Yeah, cardiovascular system was like one of my favorites. So this is a very interesting floor. I actually like it. So yeah, it'll be a nice semester. It'll be a good semester. It's going to be a lot of work, clinical wise, but it's like that every semester. It seems like, oh my god, it's a lot, but then when you do it, it's done and you grow from it. So yeah, I'm just excited for that. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I'm going to take a nap. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for following me along this week. If you got to this point, please make sure you comment down below, like this video so it goes out to more people. But yeah, I really enjoyed filming this week, and I think doing the every other week schedule will definitely work for me because I won't have to like be consistent with it every single week, so I'll get those breaks in between. But yeah, so thank you guys for following me around. Leave any like other videos you'd want to see down below, and hopefully I'll be able to provide those for you all. And I will see you guys in a couple weeks with a new video, another week in my life. And yeah, bye.